Hello there, this is Michael Darby with Element Materials in our Connected Technology division. I want to give you an update on cyber security requirements in Europe and the UK. I'm recording this in November 2023, and this is an update from my last recording, which was in June. So let's start with the European Union and the progress there. The decision to delay the Radio Equipment Directive cyber requirements has now been officially published, and so the new applicability date for the RED cyber requirements is now the 1st of August 2025. So manufacturers of radio equipment must meet the cyber requirements from the RED from the 1st of August 2025, unless of course that changes again. So this will apply to any type of radio equipment which connects directly or indirectly to the internet, or could be used for like wearable technology for tracking data of a person, health statistics, used by children, used in childcare, or used for transactions or financial activities. Now, we are waiting for the European Commission and the market surveillance authorities to define what do they mean by indirectly connected to the internet. That's probably the most common question we receive, and like everybody else in our industry, we are eagerly waiting for that to be confirmed. So it isn't known yet, although the message from market surveillance at the moment is if you're a manufacturer and you think your product might be in scope, then assume it is in scope. So what's the assessment process? Well, the standards are in progress. Senelec are writing the standards, and there's going to be 3 general or generic style standards. EN 18031, and there'll be -1 for internet connected equipment, -2 for wearable devices with critical data or childcare or child use, and -3 for financial transactions. The standards are in progress. They do have problems, of course, because, for example, how do you assess all products consistently? How do you say, well, this product is a garage door opener, and this product is looking after the data of a nuclear power station, but apparently the same standard applies to both ones. So there's a lot of decision trees involved, which of course doesn't always sit well with getting a standard harmonized. So there's the technical aspects of those standards, that's progressing well, and then there's the legal wording part of the standards, which will lead to them becoming harmonized standards, and that's a trickier subject. The goal is that those standards will be available, harmonized or published in June 2024, and that will give manufacturers a good 13 months then to apply those standards before the requirements come in. But even if they don't become a harmonized standard, then we will at least have the standards and we'll be able to use them. And so really from about midway through 2024, just over a year until the requirements come in, it should be pretty clear what the requirements are. You could even be assessing your product right now. There are mapping documents which map the technical requirements from the Radio Equipment Directive standardization request to some existing sort of cyber attack tests. So you could say, I know what the requirements of the RED are going to be. I've got some idea of attack test methods, so I can start evaluating my product. The recommendation would be to not get a notified body certificate yet because, well, for example, the exact requirements aren't clear, and it's so far away, the notified body certificate would surely become invalid before it's even a legally valid document, because the notified body certificate can't become a legally valid document until the 1st of August 2025. So anyway, we are already evaluating products for cybersecurity from a technical point of view, kind of a test assessment sort of process, but it's still in the early days now. So that's for CE marking to the Radio Equipment Directive. In the UK, we have a thing known as the PSTI, Product Security Telecommunications Infrastructure Act. This is not linked to UKCA marking or CE marking, it's separate to that, and it comes in as applicable to internet connected equipment, whether it's wired or wireless, and that will apply from the 29th of April 2024. When you look at the scope of it, it defines what type of products are in scope and the scope of the assessment. And actually, it's not too much. It uses the Consumer IoT standard, EN 303645, and it takes just a few of the requirements out of that standard, and it says this small number of requirements apply to these products. It will be based on a statement of compliance, like a DOC, that must go with the product. So not an online thing, not a sort of QR code or link or anything like that. It actually has to be a compliance statement that goes with the product, just like your European DOC, just like your UKCA DOC, not part of the same requirements, but the same concept. So if you want to save some paper, I'm not aware of anything that would prevent you putting your cyber PSTI declaration of conformity on the same piece of paper as your UKCA DOC, for example, but they're separate topics. So good luck with that. Please do reach out to us if you have any questions about cyber, whether it's for the UK or the EU, and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you.